Hey, what's up, YouTube? So back again. Want to just take a quick recap or review of what's going on in cryptocurrency land. So it's been a couple days maybe since I last posted a video, but on this one we're going to take a look at what's going on. So a lot of things been going on. Primarily, the big story is Ripple. Ripple has been on an absolute tear in the cryptocurrency world over the last few days. So you can see it's holding us on as number two. It finally surpassed Ethereum to come to number two coin by market cap. So at one point in time, Ripple actually had a market cap over $100 billion. It has since came off of those highs, but it's still way up for where it was. And yeah, it's just kind of crazy to think. Like when I first heard about Ripple, um, pretty much at the beginning of this month, roughly, it was like 20 cent, and now it's worth 10 times, over 10 times that. Just kind of kicking myself that I didn't ever buy any when I saw it at 20 cent, but at that time kind of wasn't really sure what Ripple was. I just kind of kept seeing it, kind of saw it start climbing the charts, and now that I kind of see what their business model is, and they actually have a real working product, real working purpose, it seems like they have a little bit more utility than a lot of other coins that are out there. But one thing that is kind of different than Ripple, so that this whole cryptocurrency things, it seemed like it was more so going for decentralization, whereas Ripple is actually heavily centralized, kind of central company of Ripple with their XRP coin, which is this Ripple here, and then they have their Ripple network that is kind of helping and kind of a back end channel for moving money between countries or between banks and things like that. um, Much faster transaction rates than what Bitcoin can muster. Bitcoin is relatively slow in compared to something like Visa. Ethereum is also significantly faster than Ethereum, or has capability to be significantly faster and get significantly faster confirmations versus some of the other like Ethereum or Bitcoin or even Bitcoin Cash or some of the other technologies that are out there. Moving on to Ethereum. So Ethereum is holding up pretty well. So it's still at $70 billion. It has been higher, but it hasn't had as many loss. But Bitcoin is steadily still dropping. It's down to about $13,253 now on average. And also Bitcoin dominance is also way down about 38.6%, and a large part of that is due to Ripple. Ripple has really been dominating the charts over the last couple of days and had a huge run up in a very short period of time. Where you're seeing several orders for like $1 billion. So someone out there is heavily loading up on millions and millions of coins of Ripple, and that a lot of that is driving up the price. And then also, like the CEO of Ripple has kind of been doing a media tour and showing up on a lot of different talk shows and things like that. Well, not talk shows, but like news shows and things like that over the past couple days and weeks, and kind of just talking up what their goal is with Ripple, and how they solve a real world problem that back end banking systems and things like that have. So I'm keep it on going down. Bitcoin Cash, not a whole lot of activity. So its big bang was when it launched on Coinbase, and it had a huge surge up in price, but it came way off those highs right now. It's just hovering around 40 billion market cap with $2,413, a rough price per coin right now. Cardano has still proceeded on its march. It's up about 38% as of right now, up to about 73 cents. So it's holding well. Litecoin has continued to drop down steadily, so it's back down to $221. So that's almost in the range where I may be considering trying to get a few more like Litecoin coins. It came way off its highs, where it's a little bit over $400. I think is the highest that I saw it. IOTA is holding relatively steady. I believe at a point in time I thought I saw IOTA maybe at $5, or I couldn't imagine that, but I thought it was over $5 for a period of time. But it came off those highs. But overall, over the course of the year, it's still way up. If you loaded up on that earlier. NIM is also a little bit down off its highs. It was trading for about $1, a little bit over $1 for a few days. It came down off of that. Dash is also off its highs. I believe I saw it as high as maybe $1,500. It's now down to $1,000. But again, it's still way up over time. Stellar is another one that has kind of been on a tear lately, kind of running up the chart pretty rapidly. And if I'm understanding right, what's going on is that it seems like Stellar and Ripple may have some technology pieces in common. I need to learn a little bit more about it, but in the as far as the technology that's driving both of them, as far as their blockchain technology, they appear to be pretty similar. I don't know if they're like a split or a fork of each other, or what's going on there, but I need to learn a little bit more to fully understand what that connection is between Stellar and Ripple may be, because they both seem to have been going up. And as like I said, a little bit that I've read about them, they seem like they have some things in common as far as what their goal is and how they're operating. Monero's been dropping a little bit, still holding on to number 11, so it's not too bad. EOS is still doing relatively well. Neo's doing okay. Keep going down the list. Bitcoin Gold. So Bitcoin Gold has been steadily dropping since its fork, so it's always down the number 15 coin. It was much higher in the list maybe a week or so ago. BitConnect. BitConnect has kind of been all over the place. I seen it like all the way down to like $200 and something, and then it ran back up to over 400, like $440, and now it's hovering a little bit below $400. I think a lot with BitConnect. I'm thinking it's not directly like, so they claim like they're tracking like to Bitcoin, right? They're trading against Bitcoin, but kind of seeing the movement that I've seen in the market with BitConnect over the last few days, I definitely believe there's some type of manipulation going on the behalf of BitConnect themselves, since they kind of control the blockchain, they control the coin. I think there are some kind of maybe something going on here, because it dropped down dramatically, and then it had like an 80 or 90% jump up over like a day or two. So that kind of looked a little bit odd to me, if what they're really supposed to be doing is tracking toward Bitcoin, because Bitcoin didn't go up or drop that dramatically in order for them to trade against that and have this huge of an increase. So it could be that maybe once the price dropped down, maybe a lot of people that has large Bitcoin holdings bought up a lot of BitConnect coins on the cheap in order so they can do additional loans. So something weird happened there. I'm just not really sure what happened, but yeah, it's almost back up to where it was. Tron is still doing relatively okay. It's had a lot of up and downs over the last few days, but a lot of these like privacy coins, they've kind of been the ones that's kind of been all the rage over the last couple of weeks, or really all December. A lot of the privacy oriented coins has been doing very well in the cryptocurrency market. So Verge is another one that's also been doing well. Yeah, so taking a look over that. Overall for the change for the day, so whatever this poet, this is probably just a crap coin, and I'm not sure. First time actually seeing it, but you can see here that it's had a nearly 100% gain today, but not a whole lot of volume. So, well, 276 million, I guess that's significant, but when I look at the volume versus the market cap, that looks a little suspect to me. So 241 million market cap with 276 million in volume, so it's more volume than the entire market. So the entire market has changed hands, I guess you could say. So that seems a little suspect to me, but you never know what's going on with a lot of these coins, or what their kind of what their push and goal is behind that. So taking a look at the overall market cap of the cryptocurrency, so it came a little bit off the high, so it was over 600 something billion for a few days, and now we're back down to about 575 billion, holding steady there. So I hope this has been useful for you to learn how to kind of read some of the stuff that's going on in the market, understanding what's the relationship between Bitcoin and Ripple and Ethereum and all these other coins, and then also like what's really impacting this BTC dominance, why it has dropped probably over 13% in the last couple of days, due to really, like I said, it's a couple of things. One, there was the big sell-off right before Christmas that caused Bitcoin to drop dramatically, and then it's the dominance of Ripple over the last few days, where it has a huge run up in price. It's probably added maybe like 30-40 billion dollars over the last couple of days. And actually, it was even more than that. It probably had added about 60 or 70 billion dollars total over a short period of time, but it's now has pulled back a little bit to get back below that 100 billion mark. But it's still, like I said, it's still holding steady, still pretty high up overall. So like, comment, subscribe, and let me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.